If someone says anything to you, don't look at it like they're saying it personally to you. Look at it like, why are they saying this to themselves? Hello best friends, it's Veronica Paw here and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I really wanted to dive into the topic of should you care what people think about you or should you not care? Like, I wanted to look at it in all perspectives and really just see how things can either benefit us or not benefit us, or should we do something or should we not do something. We're just gonna get into all of that, okay? So to start, I believe that everyone is built differently. Like, some people might really care about what someone says about them while someone else might not care at all. The reason for that is because of how people grew up, the environment they were in, how their parents emotionally responded to them. A lot of times the way people behave or the way they respond or the way they just act comes from their childhood. It also comes from a lot of programming and conditioning someone may have gone through. For example, let's take a kid. If you tell a kid to dress themselves, they're gonna wear things that don't match. They'll wear a blue shoe, a pink shoe, but that child will feel very happy with what they're wearing. They're not gonna go off society's what's right or wrong or how they should or shouldn't dress. That child is genuinely gonna feel happy with whatever they decided to wear. The more you kind of get corrected growing up, the more your creative expression kind of gets taken away. And a lot of people don't understand that they might be dealing with a lot of childhood traumas that you need to heal from. It's so important to try and heal your inner child because that's where your purest form is. That's where your most innocent form is. And using your inner child can help you get on a vibration of manifestation. It can help you get a vibration of love. So that's just to say everyone is different. People are going to react to things differently. For the people that can't brush it off, for the people that actually feel the emotion or feel the hurt of something somebody said to them, most of those people kind of like to fool themselves and tell themselves like they don't care what anyone thinks or they don't care what anyone says, but deep down inside, it truly affected them because they felt that emotion. So to start, whatever you tell yourself, you gotta keep it real. Like, do not lie to yourself. If you truly feel hurt by something someone says to you, don't lie to yourself and make yourself believe that you don't, because all you're doing is minimizing that hurt. All you're doing is trying to tuck away that pain. Of course you don't want to feel that. Of course you don't want to be dealing with that, but you consciously can't just tell it to go away because it's still gonna be there. When you're trying to heal yourself, you can't be in the vibration of being in denial. You have to be honest with yourself no matter how much you may feel uncomfortable. Sit, ask yourself, think to yourself, what is currently making me feel bothered? What is currently hurting me right now? The faster you keep your emotions real with yourself and the faster you don't run from your emotions, you sit there and you face your emotions, the faster you can heal. Everyone is not built the same. You can't really tell someone to stop being so sensitive or don't take something too personal because it all goes back to their childhood. It all goes back to how they were raised. It all goes back to their inner child. That's going to show how things affect you. That's going to show how you respond to if you care to something or if you don't care to something, if you're able to brush things off, if you're not. I mean, honestly, there is many reasons, but that's one of the main ones. There's basically no way to not care what other people think because that's a basic human instinct. I learned that the need for love and belonging is the #1 human need. Like, people need that over food and water. Like, for example, let's say when a baby is born, that baby cannot survive without its parent. That baby needs its parent or simply will not be able to survive. We're a very codependent species. The worst suffering another human can basically endure is feeling isolated. When someone feels like no one understands them or when someone feels like they don't belong, they put themselves in extreme isolation, and that can lead in a downward spiral of depression, anxiety. A lot of mental illnesses can stem just from feeling isolated. Food and water is also secondary to love and wanting to belong, because when someone is faced with a situation where they no longer feel loved or they feel like they don't belong, they tend to abandon their survival needs like food and water. They tend to not eat. I want you guys to see the perspective that I'm coming from. Like, I want you guys to understand it's not the fact that you have to care about every little thing that people say about you. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is it's natural for that to occur, but the difference that people don't understand is you can do that. That is completely fine, and I'll talk about why that's a good thing later. But what people do that ends up harming them is taking what people say and making that their self-identity. So another example, when you get complimented, what does that make you feel like? Obviously, you feel great, you feel good, you feel confident when you get complimented. But when you get insulted, what does that make you feel like? Some insults you can brush off, but some insults actually hurt you. And now I'm about to tell you why it's hurting you. What you don't realize is that insult only hurt you because there's already a pre-existing wound right there. That person is just adding to or adding more pain to the wound that you already have within yourself. Every single person on earth is affected by at least one other person's opinions. That's because humans naturally need validation. The thing is, a lot of us go wrong by not allowing people to feel validated, not validating how people feel. Like, there is no right or wrong when it comes to validating your own perception. Most people who know how to validate themselves or grew up in an environment where their feelings were always valid and their parents kind of listened to them or kind of understood them tend to develop more sense of self and tend to be more confident. But people that didn't grow up being validated tend to be more affected by what people say to them. So what you really need to work on is validating yourself. Like, whatever vibration your body is feeling, validate that, understand that. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to hide that emotion. Now you actually need to heal. When you're feeling pain of what someone says, it's because there's already a bruise there. That pain is just a vibrational match to injury. That's why it actually hurts. It's natural human instinct for us to want to be avoidant. Like, humans, we always want to avoid pain, okay? But what you need to do is just validate that. Understand how you feel. Understand your own emotions. So now, how can we build ourselves up? How can we gain that self-confidence? How can we learn how to validate ourselves? You want to start by changing your vibration. Instead of being in a vibration where you kind of feel discomfort or you feel like uncomfortable, put yourself in a vibration of where you feel good. So do things that give you confidence, like do things that make you feel really good. Like if it's you want to do your hair, you want to do your makeup, you want to go outside, you want to go to the gym, you want to hang out with friends, just do things that bring you a lot of confidence and that make you feel good to kind of change your vibration. You also want to kind of care and really listen to and consider what people say, because you put that wall down, you allow yourself to try to understand somebody. If someone's being extremely critical of you, that can be because they have so much self-doubt. They might be dealing with self-hatred, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes things really aren't about you. Sometimes it's things that they're dealing with, but they're just projecting it into you. It's called projection. If someone says anything to you, don't look at it like they're saying it personally to you. Look at it like, why are they saying this to themselves? You're honestly trying to understand, okay, they're projecting this on me. What is making them feel like this? Like, why are they saying this to themselves? You know, it's always coming from a place of hurt. So yeah, we have now made it to the end of this video. I hope you guys kind of see the perspective that I'm coming from. I want you guys to kind of have an open mind as to why you should care about some things and how to kind of see the difference of you caring about opinions of others and not making it your identity, not allowing it to make you feel pain or noticing that pain and how to heal from it. So that's all I wanted you guys to take from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time.